Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are fine. First of all, I would like to ask you, is there any query regarding the previous lecture? Anything which you want to ask? Okay, moving on. So in previous class, what we have discussed, we were discussing the paper P1 of June 2012, in which we have discussed basically from question number 1 till question number 8. In today's class, we will discuss further on starting from question number 9. So here is your paper in front of you, in front of your screens. So this is your paper 2012, June 2012, 4024, variant 1, 2. So question number 9, evaluate 2 upon 5 plus 3 upon 8. That means simply what you have to take, simply the LCM. There are some students who are not too much confident how to take the LCM, or they do some kind of mistake in finding of the LCM. So simplest method to find the LCM is that you just have to multiply this denominator by the numerator and this denominator by this numerator, and both the denominators like this. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 5 times 3 is 15 upon 8 times 5 is 40. After addition, you will get 31 by 40, which is the most simplified form, simplest form. So I can say that my answer is 31 upon 40. Clear? Moving on towards part B, evaluate 1 whole 2 by 3 multiply by 2 whole 1 by 4. Give your answer as a mixed fraction. That means what you have to do after simplification, you have to convert it into the mixed fraction in its lowest term. Okay? First of all, what you have to do, just simply convert this mixed fraction into the improper form. Like 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 will give me 5 by 3 times 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 will give me 9 by 4. After cancellation, I'll get 3 times 1, 3 times 3. My answer is 5 times 3 is 15 upon 4 times 1 is 4. This is basically the simplified form of improper fraction, but you have to give your answer in the mixed fraction. You just have to simply divide it like this. 4 and 15, denominator should come outside. 4 times 3 is 12 and the remaining is 3. So my answer is 3 whole 3 upon 4. This is the most simplified form of a mixed fraction for this question. Clear? Next question is question number 10. Question number 10 says, evaluate 6 into 3 plus 8 divided by 2. That means here, to simplify, here you have to get the answer by using the BODMAS. That is bracket of order, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So what you have to do, just simply first of all multiply these two terms. That is 6 times 3 will give me 18, addition sign, and 8, 2 divided by 8 will give me 4. And after that, after addition, 18 plus 4, I'll get answer 22. So my final answer is 22. This question cannot be solved without BODMAS. You have to apply BODMAS to get your exact answer. Moving on towards part B, by writing each number correct to one significant figure. You must know what is a significant figure. In the previous class, we have discussed significant figure are those numbers which are non-zero numbers. Moving on, estimate the value of this. 19.2. Since 19.2 is greater than 19, so I have to convert it into one significant figure. So I can write it like this: 20 multiply by 19.09. 9.09. 9.0. So what I have to do, I have to write it in one significant figure. I can write it like this: 20 by 9 divided by 0.58. 0 is not a significant figure, 5 is a first significant figure. What you have to do, just simply convert this 8, round of taking a round off, it will become like this, 0.6. So 20 times 9 will give me 80, 180 upon 0.6. To solve it, you have to move decimal on the right hand side and you have to add 0 in the numerator. After that, your improper form is 1800 upon 6. After cancellation, you will get your answer 300. My final answer is 300. Is it clear? Good. These are the simplest question and most marks gaining question. Moving on. Question number 11. Question number 11 says that what you have to do, just simply the equation is provided to you, that is c equals to b, a minus b upon a. You have to find out the value of c by using these two basically the values of the unknown variables, okay? Known variables, sorry. So what you have to do, just simply substitute these values in the given equation, which is b, a minus b upon a. The value of b is given -2, the value of a is 4, minus negative and negative sign will add up and give me positive upon 2 divided by a. The value of a is 4. After cancellation, you will get 2 times 2, and this is -6 by 2 and 2, 1 and 2, this 3, and my final answer of C is -3. Part B, rearrange the formula to make A as a subject. That means you have to make A as a subject. In the question, C is given as a subject. You have to make a subject. What you have to do, just simply cross multiply the terms. You will get CA equals to, after opening of bracket, you will get BA minus B square. To find out, to make A as a subject, what you have to do, just simply separate those terms which consist of A. That means B square, you have to shift on the left hand side, BA will be at the same position, and CA will shift on the right hand side like this. B square, taking A common from both the terms, you will get B minus C, and after that, what you have to do, just simply multiply, divide B minus C by B square, that is like this, and you will get the answer B square upon B minus C. That means you have made the subject B square upon B minus C. B square upon B minus C. This is your answer. Clear? Moving on to the next question. That is question number 12. Question number 12 is basically a matrix. How can you solve that matrix? First of all, in part A, they ask you calculate m minus 2n. That means you just have to write 3 minus 2 minus 2. The value of n is minus 1 by 4. 1, 4. What you have to do, just simply write 3 minus 2. You have to multiply 2 by each term. So it will become -2 and 8. And after solving, you will get 3 plus 2. Negative and negative is positive. 3 plus 2 is 5. -2 and -8 will give you -10. So your final answer is 5 minus 10. Clear? Moving on to the second part. Second part is, given that Sm plus 3n, S is unknown because they have asked you to find out the term S, the value of S and T. So S is unknown, S is a term which is multiplying by M. The value of N which we have discussed, which is provided to you basically, is 3 minus 2 plus 3, the value of N minus 1, 4. equals 12 and t. If I multiply s within the bracket, I'll get 3s and minus 2s plus, after multiplying 3 in the bracket, I'll get minus 3 and 12 equals to 12t. So here is the problem. How can I get my answers for the unknown variable? What you have to do, just simply make a equation. How can you make an equation? It is like this: 3s plus minus this 3 equals 12. That means you are using only the upper values. So 3s equals to minus 3 will shift on the right hand side. It will give you 15, and the answer for s is 5. So you can write it like this. To get your answer for t, what you have to do, just simply substitute the value in this equation after formatting the equation, like minus 2s plus 12 equals to t. The value of s is 5, so your answer is minus 10 plus 12 equals to t. So final answer for t is 2. So that's clear. Moving on to the next question. So this is basically the transformation question. So the diagram shows two triangles, that is A and B. Done. Question says in part A, write down the vector that represents the translation that maps triangle A onto B. Okay. That means what you have to do, just simply calculate the numbers. Like if I suppose my first point like this is my first point and this is my first point, I have to move from this to this point. So if I start counting my numbers, I have moved 1, 2, that means I have moved 2 on x-axis positive, and after reaching this I have to move downward, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That means you have to move y-axis, negative y-axis, that means 4 units below. So my final answer for this question is 2, because you have shifted right hand side on x-axis, and minus 4 because you have shifted downward y-axis 4 units. Clear? So my answer is 2 minus 4. Is it clear? Moving on towards part B. Part B says, just read the question first. Triangle C is an enlargement. That means triangle C is not provided in this question. What you have to do, just simply draw. You have to draw triangle C is enlargement of triangle A. That means ट्राइंगल सी इज इनलार्जमेंट, यानी मैं इसे अगर कहूँ तो ट्राइंगल ए का जो बड़ा साइज है उसको अगर मैं ड्रॉ करता हूँ तो वो मेरे पास क्या हो जाएगा, ट्राइंगल सी. हाउ कैन वी ड्रॉ इट? बाय यूजिंग द सेंटर 5,3 एंड द स्केलिंग फैक्टर दैट इज 3, वो आपने यूज करना है. ठीक है, टू ड्रॉ द डायग्राम सी, ट्राइंगल सी. सो हाउ कैन यू ड्रॉ इट? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू mark the center point, which is 5,3. That means 5 is on x-axis and 3 is on y-axis. That is, this is your center point. Done. This center point helps you to find out or draw the triangle, which is triangle C, which is basically the enlargement of triangle A. ठीक है, अब इसको draw करना किस तरीके से? How can you draw it? First of all, what you have to do, just simply, this is your 5,3. You have to count the terms. If I name it point 1, point 2, 0.3. If I start counting my points from center to point 1, I'll get 1, 2, and 3. For P1, I have moved on x-axis -3. Done. For P2, x-axis and y-axis both. How can I say it x and y? Just simply look at the diagram. If I shift from center to point 2, I have to move 1, 2. That means negative 2 axis, 2 points negative y axis. After reaching this point, I have to shift to this point by using these coordinates like 1, 2, and 3. So -3 on x-axis. Done. For point 3, I have to move x and y axis both. So if I talk about x-axis, I have to move, first of all, we can talk about y-axis. If I talk about y-axis, 1, 2, that means 2, and x-axis 1, 2, that means -2. After that, I want you all to know about the scale factor. The formula for finding the scale factor is that image upon object. Then if I want to draw an image, I have to multiply scale factor by the boxes of the object. This is my formula. So these are my object values. To get image values, what I have to do, just simply multiply these numbers by scale factor. Scale factor is 3. After multiplication, I'll get, for P1, 3 times 3 will give me -9 on x-axis. For P2, this 3 will multiply by, this is your scaling factor, 3, and multiply by 3. You will get -9 on x-axis and -6 on y-axis. Similarly, for P3, you have to multiply it by scale factor, that is multiply by 3 and multiply by 3. You will get -4 on x-axis and -6 on y-axis. Now it helps you to draw your diagram. So for image P1, for point 1, P1, what you have to do, just you have to move x-axis, negative x-axis 9 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is my point 1. For P2, I have to move x-axis -9 and y-axis -6. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Negative x-axis and 6 units below, that is negative y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is point 2. Similarly, for P3, you have to move negative x-axis 4 units and negative y-axis 6 units. Negative y-axis 6 units. and negative 4 and negative x-axis 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, and negative x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is point 3. If I connect all my lines, it will be like this. This, this, and this. Done. So this is my triangle C, which is basically enlargement of triangle A. If I draw the lines from these points, I can say like this. This, this, that means we have done some kind of mistake. That means we have done some kind of mistake. What we have done, we have moved right and wrong. Okay. Okay. That means we have done some kind of mistake in P2. What we have to do, just simply calculate the values. 3 times 2 will give me not 4. It will give me 6. So my answer is minus 6. That means for point P3, you have to move negative x-axis 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means you have to go over here. This is your point. So if I remove this point, I'll get this is point 3. And if now I draw my points, this will be like this. Like this. Now if I connect my points, I'll get like this. Clear? That means these lines helps you to find out if these lines passes with both the diagrams at a single point. That means you have drawn correct diagram. If not, that means you have done some kind of mistake. Like we have just identified our mistake, that is for P3 we have done multiplication wrong. 3 times 2 will give me 6. I have written it here 4. ठीक है, अब मेरा आंसर सही आ गया. Now my enlargement of triangle is like this. Clear? Just take 2 minutes, go through the question, and if there is any query you can ask me right now. Done? Good. Moving on towards next question. Question number 14. Question number 14 says A is a point 0, 4 and B is a point. That means 2 coordinates are provided. M is the midpoint of AB. Find the coordinates of M. Easiest question. You must know the formula for The midpoint formula for midpoint is x equals to x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y equals to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. That means these are the values x1, x2, sorry, x1, y1, x2, y2. X1 plus x2, that means 6, 0 minus 6 will give me minus 6 on 2, comma, for y. Y1 plus y2, that is 4 plus 1 will give me 5 by 2. So after cancellation, I'll get minus 3, comma, 2.5. So my midpoint values are minus 3, comma, 2.5. Clear? Part B says find the equation for line AB. So you must know the formula if two coordinates are provided and you have to find out the equation. The simple formula for the finding the equation is y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1 equals to x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. So y minus y1, the value of y1 is 4. So 4 upon y2 minus y1, that is 1 minus 4, equals to x minus x1, the value of x1 is 0, upon x2 minus x1, that is minus 6, comma, minus 6 minus 0. So minus y minus 4 upon minus 3 equals x minus x upon minus 6. After cross multiplication, I'll get minus 6y plus 24 equals to minus 3x. If I rearrange my terms, it will be like this: 3x minus 6y plus 24 equals to 0. Taking 3 common from whole equation, I'll get x minus 2y plus equals to 0. And my final equation is x minus 2y, because 3 will divide over here and you will get the answer 0. So my final equation is x minus 2y plus 8 equals 0. Clear? Next question, question number 15. Question number 15 says ABCD is a rectangle with the AC. First of all, after listening to rectangle, you must know that all the angles are at 90 degrees. So AC is provided, that means diagonal is provided, and AD is 4 centimeter, that means one side of a rectangle is 4 centimeter. If I consider this shape, this is basically a right angle triangle. So if I use Pythagoras theorem, my formula is hypotenuse square equals to base square plus perpendicular square, that is AD square. The value of hypotenuse is provided, that is 65 under root 65, and after cancellation of root and square you will get 65. The value of DC, I suppose x, which is x square, plus the value of AD is 4, that means 4 square. 65 minus 16 equals to x square, and if I subtract 65 from 16, I'll get 49, and the value of x is 7. That means the value of DC is 7. So the formula for area of a rectangle is length into breadth. So the length is 7 into breadth 4 equals 7 times 4 will give me 28 centimeter square. So my answer is 28 centimeters. Clear? Next question. Question number 16. Question number 16 says, the diagram shows a part of two identical regular 12-sided polygon. That means it is a 12-sided polygon. Calculate ABC. That means you have to calculate this angle. To calculate the interior angle of any shape, you can simply use the formula n minus 2 by 180 multiplied by 180 divided by whole divided by n. That means, and the value of n is basically the size, number of sides of a polygon. In this question, the polygon is of 12 sided, so I can write the value 12 in replacement of n. So 12 minus 2, 180 upon 12. 12 minus 2 is 10, and 10 times 180 is 1800 by 12, and 12, 15 is a 180 into 150. So my answer is 150 degrees. Part B. Part B says a different regular shape will fit into space AB. That means this is your space at B. Name this shape. That means this is your space for from B. Which diagram or which shape will fit in this space? So basically, if I talk or if I connect this point, this shows me that some kind of triangle will fit in this shape. So if it is a 12-sided regular polygon with identical, that means this shape is exactly identical with this shape. So I can say that the side BC equals to side BD. Done. Similarly, A, B, C equals to A, B, and D. That means angle is same. So I can say that this is basically equilateral triangle because all three sides, 1, 2, and 3, since all the interior angles of both the polygon are same, so I can say that it is basically an equilateral triangle. Clear? So it's okay for today. Now we will end up the class, and if there is any query in this class regarding these questions, you can ask me right now. And those who are seeing the video will be uploaded inshallah soon on the YouTube channel. After go through this video, if you will have any query regarding this question, you can directly comment in this video and we will inshallah help you to resolve your problem. So now ending up the lecture, will be inshallah soon meet you in the next video and try to help you solving these questions. Thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye.